What's up, guys? I'm Kyler,
Joe?
and for this week's tech news, we got Xbox Series X price. Halo being delayed. Blackberry's going to make a new phone, as well as NVIDIA's going to drop the most expensive graphics card ever.
Oh, wow. All right. Stay tuned. Also, if you want to make sure you're always up to date on this tech stuff, hit that subscribe button down below, right there. And also, give it one of these if you like it. All right, let's get going.
All right. So Xbox Series X price may be more expensive than past generations. Well, that's pretty much guaranteed at this point with all the processing power it's going to have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could say that about every Xbox that's come after the previous one.
Yeah.
But it looks like with this one, according to a rumor supposedly, so again, take this with a grain of salt, but at the same time, make sure you're saving up for it. Looks like it'll possibly come in at $600.
Which I can't say the console's not worth that. With how much power it's supposed to be packing, it's said to be packing, I would say it's easily worth $600.
Yeah, for because there's been quite a few articles out there and that such that compare it to a PC, even PCs with the GPUs and all this other stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, 600 compared to what have those PCs been, like $1,500 maybe at least.
Yeah, it's supposed to be as powerful as a 2080 Super, which that card alone isn't that card like $800 just the graphics card?
Yeah, that card is definitely expensive. So for a console, yes. In this article, it also states the PS3 back in its day being $600, where at that point I can see the outrage. But for now, $600, I don't know. You're paying, if you think about it, look at what you might be watching this on, if it's your phone or anything like that. How much was that thing? You know, phones nowadays are being more than these things, guys. You know, these are. So $600, not saying it's cheap, but at the same time, kind of don't be too taken back by it.
Yeah, and it's also going to be a 4K Blu-ray player too. So I mean, you know, those alone are a couple $100, aren't they?
Yeah, they can be quite expensive if you're just going for a Blu-ray player, and well, obviously 4K too. So, also, it's saying this leak coming on the coattails of the delay of Halo Infinite, which is a big deal. So, you're saying no first-party game coming with this console, then, right, Kyler?
Yeah, no first-party game coming with the Xbox Series X. Like, it's going to be a tough sell for Microsoft. It's going to be an extreme tough sell. So, 343 Industries actually put out a tweet saying why they did it, and they pretty much related it to the ongoing COVID impact, and it's affecting their work. And what they're essentially saying is they want to deliver a Halo game experience that meets their vision, as well as they want to make us happy.
Yeah, so, which they need to, in a sense. I don't care if it's 5 years, 6 years kind of thing. With SSDs and all this other high-tech stuff going in the Xbox Series X, and with Halo being your, flagship kind of game, it needs to be the showcase piece.
It's Microsoft's console seller. And I gotta say though, so it was a couple weeks back now, they had their first party event, and they did show off some Halo gameplay, and at the time I thought it looked great. After watching through it a couple more times though, I do notice, like, I do see why there was so much criticism over it. And yes, there are points in it that don't quite look next gen. They don't quite look like it's an Xbox Series X title, like something that we should be like, boom, you know?
Yeah, at the same time though, obviously, leave some comments down below what the definition of next gen is to you guys.
That is true.
But for me, at least, these leaps are going to be very, very slight. It depends on game wise too. If you've ever played, a 2D game, it's not going to have the same artistic style as this big narrative. Not saying that Halo couldn't look better. I personally think it could, but
yeah, I'm thinking more along the lines that it's being held back because they are supporting the Xbox One for another year, or is it 2 after Xbox Series X launches?
Yeah, I believe it's 2 years they're supporting the very original Xbox One. My only caveat, though, with that is they make games, for example, Cyberpunk's coming out. They make games that they go on PC, whether it be The Witcher, which people could test out right now, that can fluctuate like that. So if they gave you that option, that'd be fine, because then there's no excuse in terms of why it would look bad. But
I'm not saying it looks bad. I do think it looks pretty good. I like the clean layout of it. I just think it could look better, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think if we were to do a little bit more research on it, if we were to pull it up real quick, I believe 343 said something about ray tracing, and I don't think it was actually shown off in the demonstration, unfortunately.
No, ray tracing was not on.
Yeah, which is kind of baffles my mind. You would still want to pull the trigger and show Halo off, which it was good, but next gen, I feel like depending on the game again, if it doesn't have ray tracing, then I don't know. Is it next gen at that point? Like it can be, but even I think Ratchet and Clank on the PlayStation 5 coming out is going to have ray tracing. So
that game looks great, by the way.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they're polishing it up. They might say it's due to this virus,
COVID,
and all that stuff, which I can see it is. Everyone's not at the office, kind of thing. They can't really collaborate as easy. But at the same time, though, you can only make one impression, like first impression, I should say. So take your time, 343.
Do it right.
But I'm just saying, once this game's out, I really hope that better be 110% you're given, kind of thing.
Yep. If it's got a lot of problems like the Master Chief Collection had, Halo's almost like something to write off at that point in time.
Which kind of sucks, because I really hope it's not like a No Man's Sky thing, because Halo, hence the term Infinite, is supposed to be a like Destiny kind of style game where it's just forever lasting, just with updates. So yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Again, Halo being gone, would you still consider picking up an Xbox Series X? Let us know in the comments. Hey, Microsoft Simulator's out there. It's looking pretty damn good. But other than that, really, the Game Pass, you can play that on PC or even your Xbox One X currently at the moment. So I'm not sure if that itself is a selling point.
Is it a guarantee now that the PS5 is going to outsell the Series X, being that there's no first party games coming out with the Series X? Let us know.
Yeah. Like to know your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I would like to know.
All right, so speaking of Series X, though, we're going to jump down a little bit smaller here to the Series S. So these specs just leaked, and they're actually pretty impressive. So, and hopefully, we haven't seen this. This is still a render, by the way, that I'm showing off here. This little cube, this GameCube-like Xbox. So,
which looks pretty cool.
I really hope it's that,
They just need to put the handle on the back now.
Clean and simple. I know, right? You need a handle to carry this. How else are you supposed to carry it? With your, your thumbs and such? Come on now. But yeah, so got the spec sheet here and that stuff. So basically what the Series S is going to do, so it'll do 1440p, so not 4K like the X is. So X, if you're familiar with any cell phones or anything like that, the Series X is going to be your Pro model, whereas the S will be your entry level, I guess, would be the easiest way to say that. Again, 1440p, 60 frames per second. If you're just a casual gamer and you want into the next generation, though, this will definitely help with that.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to have, I believe, just under 4 teraflops of power.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty impressive for the rumored price point of $300.
Yeah, $300, and then again, we're going back to the rumored $600 for the Series X. So a $300 difference. That's a big difference, because I know last gen people were, even $100 between the PS4 and the Xbox One. That was a big enough difference to not only that but other things as well, to switch people over to the PlayStation a little bit more. So a $300 difference just to get your foot in the door for an Xbox, that is really good.
Oh yeah. Get your foot in the door for next generation of console gaming. It's really, really good.
Yeah. So And again, 1440p. Obviously, it's only going to max out. If you have a 1080p TV, it's just going to max out at that. It depends on the screen you're playing on. So, other than that, though, super clean, super minimal compared to the fridge, I guess, of the Series X. But other than that, I'm thinking this is going to be a good buy.
It's crazy that we know so much about it, and we know like specs of it. We have a rumored price on it, and we do know that it exists. It's been pretty much confirmed, but Microsoft hasn't announced it yet. When do you think they're going to announce it?
I believe they said they were going to have a showcase this month, but obviously this month is wrapping up here pretty soon. So I'm hoping next week, unless they randomly do like a YouTube video or something like that. But I don't think they would. You would think, because they said they were going to have monthly talks, I guess, about this next generation. So this guy should be the main stage.
Yeah, and this right here is what will save Xbox's next generation. This right here, having an affordable console going to next generation. Even without first-party games coming at launch, this and Game Pass could save them, keep them afloat at least. Yeah,
personally, if I had the Xbox One S of I guess this current generation, I should say, this one might make me upgrade. Just because, you're getting that spec bump and all this other stuff. And
SSD.
SSD, a little bit faster load times, all this other good stuff. I'm just thinking strictly off if I'm playing, Game Pass, since, Halo's not coming out just yet, or any third party, unless that's your push to upgrade or anything like that. If I had an Xbox One X, though, so that's the most powerful one of this current generation, I don't think I would personally upgrade just yet.
No, I was when I was stating that, I was purely talking to people that are either way outdated of consoles or didn't have one at all.
Yeah. If you want to use this, like Kyler was saying, as a Blu-ray player, just a little small Game Pass machine, basically, I think that's a great option, especially for $300. I did notice this though, unless it's on the backside or something random, this one doesn't look like it has a optical drive.
I don't think that design has been confirmed yet either, though.
Yeah. So again, this is just someone on Reddit made this mock-up, basically. Super clean. I personally play all digital, so it doesn't affect me as much. But you would. It's kind of interesting that you'd have to get the Pro model to play any physical forms of video games.
Yeah, I don't believe it's actually going to have a disc drive either.
Okay.
I believe that Microsoft is targeting this with Game Pass, pretty much. They want to bundle these two together. They want to get Game Pass in your house and get you playing.
Okay. So yeah, let us know in the comments down below. Would you guys pick this one up over the Series X? Or are you guys waiting, holding off, getting the PS5, or just skipping it altogether? Let us know down below.
Little side note real quick, just because it's fast. With these next Xboxes coming out, the Xbox One S will actually be a very affordable Blu-ray player here pretty soon. Very affordable 4K Blu-ray player too, I believe.
Yeah, I would say at this point, if this guy's coming out at $300, I'm thinking $150 if you're not, at a store, if they still have it. If not, you could probably get this up on Marketplace or Craigslist or something for, what are you thinking, like $75?
Yeah, somewhere between. I guess it kind of depends on condition, but I would assume anywhere between $100 and $150 is what I would guess.
Yeah. So, if you just want something digital, just simple like that, then pick one of these up. That's all Microsoft cares about. You're in their ecosystem, then welcome to the family. So,
and I mean, they kind of take care of you.
Oh yeah, for sure. They update all the time. But
Game Pass is added every month, or games added to Game Pass every month.
Yeah. So speaking of Microsoft, though, we're going to switch over to cell phones, which RIP for Windows phones.
Yeah.
Real quick. But
so Microsoft's about to release their first Android phone ever, and it's going to come out at $1,400. How do you feel about that?
$1,400 for what it does. So, for example, the new Samsung Note 20 Ultra, it's a mouthful almost, comes in at $1,300. Phenomenal phone. You kind of, give or take, you get what you pay for on that one. I'm trying to think if you're going to get what you pay for on this one. I almost want to say, I'm going to say yes, just because it is it's a new style of phone. So you should kind of know that when you're going about this one, if you're looking into it. Not only that, but you know those, they weren't called laptops back in the day. It was like 2005.
Are you talking about like the netbooks?
Yep. I think this is what cell phones will, netbook will make a comeback in this form, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
the only problems I have with this phone in specific is its battery capacity. It's pretty small for having two dual screens, 3577 milliamps, and so that, I don't know. It should be bigger for costing $1,400 and running dual screens. It should be a lot bigger battery, in my opinion, as well as the processor that it's shipping with is only a what is it, 855, I believe. Yeah, Qualcomm Snapdragon 855, which is not even, I mean, granted, it's a very good processor, but yeah. No, it's not top tier. And being $1,400, I believe it should be top tier.
Yeah, so far they're promising all-day battery life, but what company hasn't promised that with any of their devices? The interesting thing with this guy is that the battery, there's one on the left side of the screen and also like a smaller one on the right underneath. It'll be interesting. I'm trying to think, like, this makes you think of future phones, and you know, no one really knows how the whole folding concept is going to work just yet, but someone's seeing basically what's going to stick at the wall and then run with that kind of thing. Again, it'd be awesome if you could, those slim bezels on the right and left, those are pretty good. I like those. The ones up top, though, top and bottom, try to shrink those guys down. It would be nice. Other than that, though, I kind of like this mechanism. 2 different screens, maybe, like not one whole one, maybe with a bar. A little, I don't know. I feel like for $1,400 at the same point, you could get a whether it be the Galaxy Z Flip or the new just Flip, or was it Fold, Galaxy Fold 2, I think, for about that same price. And yes, there is a very slight crease, and it's more of I guess a plastic kind of glass.
Yeah, it's got like a thin layer of plastic over the top of it or something like that.
Yeah, so.
But I really do like the design of this, and I am excited to see where future iterations go from this, you know? And I would love to eventually be able to afford one and take it on road trips for like a road trip tablet or something, throw a Google Feed data only in there, take it on a road trip, take it camping, or, you know, just throw it to one of the kids in the back seat if I ever have kids, and just let them surf on it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool because, again, you can make calls on this, but how often, you know, I'd like to see the percentage of calls being made on a cell phone nowadays.
I do love the feature, though, of being able to run 2 different apps at the same time, such as, like, you could have, like, a points of interest pulled up on one side and then have Google Maps on the other, so you can, like, have it direct you straight to that point of interest, or you can look around to see which ones are closer, or, you know, food or restaurants, all that good stuff. I think that's pretty awesome.
That's pretty cool.
And they do have that, like, on Android as dual or what is it called? Screen? Dual app, I believe. Yeah, split screen. But, like, your screen real estate's not big enough.
Yeah, you're at, what, like 2.5, 3 inches at best kind of thing?
Yeah, and then it makes it hard to actually surf properly.
Yep, so this one's ideal. Speaking of phones, though, and that stuff, and not really new, but old, we got Blackberry actually making a comeback. And I never had one to begin with, but I know a lot of people had a Blackberry before they ever had a smartphone / iPhone.
They were the hot thing.
Yeah, with the scroll wheel and all that stuff. Oh, that was people's jam.
And then, like, the keyboard on the bottom or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, these guys are actually, they're not dead, if you thought they were.
I thought they died.
Yeah, I know, right? People keep buying them up, trying to revive them and all this other stuff. Blackberry in the day, besides the scroll wheel and physical keyboard and all that stuff, was known for privacy and security, which is still a big, if not bigger deal now. But again, does that keyboard or anything like that, what would make you, in a sense, go over to a Blackberry? For me, Nothing personally. It's running Android still, so and I want my Pixel updates and all this other stuff. So physical keyboard, I'm already used to. The digital ones, they work just fine. There's no lag, no nothing. So sorry, BlackBerry, but I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not too worried about the security or anything like that on your guys' end.
If they made a killer phone that slid up, I would consider it, depending on the specs and all that.
But they slid up, like the slide.
Yeah, I see a picture of one that looks like it slides.
Yeah,
but
so
I'm
that
not
one
sure.
did.
I'm not sure that that's actually what they're working on right now, because the other ones don't slide. But they made a cool phone that slid up. I miss those sliding phones. So
that would be an interesting take. Yes, they have to in a sense. I don't feel like they can copy and paste anymore, personally. And also price wise, you can't be charging flagship for these things.
No, they're not going to sell at flagship prices.
I'm thinking $500 at most.
Most people think this brand is dead.
Exactly.
So when they see a phone coming, they're gonna think it's more of a budget phone anyway. So you can't be charging $1,200-$1,300 for a new BlackBerry, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah. So we'll see how that works. We'll see if they hit the dust a little bit or what, or if they somehow still stay afloat. So
it will be 5G though.
At least they're keeping up with the times.
So I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
All right.
So going on to the next thing here, we got the Versa 3, so made by Fitbit here. This is just a leak, just FYI, so take this with a grain of salt. But typically, as of now, they're pretty accurate in terms of colors and how they're going to look.
Yeah.
So we got basically just another smartwatch, fitness, hence the Fitbit term. Fitness watch, all that stuff. But recently, what do we got? Of last year, Google bought these guys. They bought this company. So I'm curious on this watch and what it's going to entail. For example, is Google just, are they going to keep the Fitbit name, I'm guessing, and just roll out with that? Even though they own it, they're going to make money off this thing. Just so people, I don't know, maybe they don't pay attention in a sense and they just realize it's Fitbit. They don't know who owns it.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead. Sorry.
I would say not only that, this article talks about, which is a good point, it talks about how it came with, I believe, the older versions, Alexa/Google Assistant. So are they keeping Alexa on there? Or are they going to just knock that off and then just keep Google Assistant?
I'm wondering if it's going to be like a slimmed down version of Wear OS too. I'm really curious where they're going to take this, being as Google now owns Fitbit. So I really want them to just make a Pixel watch, but I will be excited to see how these turn out. Because the Fitbit Versa 2 was actually a very, very awesome fitness tracker / just notification reader. I don't remember if you could actually send texts from it or anything like that, but it was good for checking your notifications and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And it was pretty too.
Yeah, and you got the Inspire 2, which looks pretty nice, clean, all that stuff, slim. You said, just notifications right at your wrist and then kind of pick it up whenever.
Do you like those smaller watches like that? Or the smaller bands like that?
So this would be my ideal one. With all these folding technologies, can we get a folding band that looks like the Inspire 2? I think that'd be pretty dope.
That would be interesting.
I like half screen.
Yeah. I like it more looking like a watch.
Yeah. But yeah.
But this will be cool though. I'm excited. I'm a Google fanboy, so I am always excited to see what they're putting out next.
Yeah, I hope this just doesn't burn to the ground like HTC kind of did.
I'm interested to see if they're going to do anything with the Google Glasses North and all that. But yeah, that'll be a future episode.
We'll check it out.
All right,
and then real quick, we're going to go to Netflix. Obviously, a lot of people watch Netflix, obviously. Netflix and chill. A new one, though, is pretty awesome that they're testing out a shuffle button, which is kind of nice because maybe, you have a go-to, I don't know if it's still on there, but Friends or anything like that. A go-to show that you might watch, but hey, if you want to watch something new, but you've watched everything that's coming out so far, the shuffle button it's going to go by AI, so it'll kind of recommend something for you, but it's kind of nice. You could find a new show this way. I think it's kind of cool.
Didn't they have something similar that was I can't remember what it was called. I believe it was I'm Feeling Lucky or something like that, but it was only on the browser version.
Yeah, I believe they did, yes.
Yeah, so this is going to be cool because it's going to be across all Netflix apps, I believe.
Yep. So yeah, coming out here soon. It's on some people's Netflixes. I believe they're only testing it out on the TV app right now. So obviously just go over to the left-hand side there and see, it'll say play something, I believe. So then, yeah, you can just check it out yourself. There we go. Yeah, so it'll say play something. Boom. Hopefully you find a good one. If not, I'm hoping it's pretty easy to kind of skip shows in a sense.
Yeah, like a veto button or something.
Yeah, or just you train the AI a little bit better. So that'll be cool.
Maybe this will make it really depend on you liking shows on Netflix or not, because you can give them hearts, I believe, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe it's all right, you better start hearting stuff, otherwise I'm gonna recommend crap.
I know, right? All right, so yeah, that'll be on the lookout for that feature. Check your Netflix every so often. So.
All right, let's slide into some PC news.
All right, so we got some GPUs coming out supposedly this year, AMD and NVIDIA, but the big news here is going to be with the green team, NVIDIA.
Yep, NVIDIA.
Yep, so you got the 3090, which they've never done a 90 series, have they?
No, it's always been 2080, or not 20.
60,
not, you know
70,
what I mean.
80, and then like a TI, which is like a super version of that. So you got a 3090 coming out and a 3080. And to get it out of the way a little bit, their rumor has it the 3090 will be, what we got, $1,400?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be pricey. I believe we're gonna get more information on all that during their event, which is gonna be happening September 1st.
Yep.
And it is said that they will show off their 3080. I don't know exactly if it's said that they'll show off the 3090 or not, but I think that's what everybody's hoping.
Yeah, so obviously you'd want to see the biggest and the best kind of thing. But yeah, these graphics cards are going to be just the games aren't even optimized for this stuff. Like, you could buy this thing, you could throw it in your machine. You're going to, oh my goodness, future-proof for a while.
30-40% of it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think there's a setting as ultra, is there?
No, not yet, but there will be now. But the 3080 is actually supposed to be what is it? It says right here. Yep, 31% more powerful than the 2080 Ti.
Yep.
That's going to be ridiculous because the 2080 Ti is already pretty powerful.
Yeah, so 3080 with, what do we got? 10 gigs of RAM, 3090 with 12, and then a Titan version for 24.
Yep.
That's nuts.
24 gigs of RAM on your graphics card. That's more than it's in my whole PC.
Your system. I was going to say, that's just nuts.
That's crazy.
This will play Microsoft Flight Simulator so good.
This will play Minecraft.
Oh yeah,
so
dude.
Well.
You gotta
so well.
Minecraft with the Jurassic Park, man. You gotta have that ray tracing on now.
Imagine Fall Guys on this. This would be amazing.
Why is it lagging so bad? That's when it comes down to internet. Sorry, folks.
But yeah, I'm actually really excited to see these. I recently just bought a 2070 Super, so I definitely will not be buying one of these anytime soon. But I am excited to see the performance jumps. I also want to see what AMD's got, because I don't think they can compete with this.
I don't think so either. So they're going to have to hit the price. They're going to have to hit your wallet with that lower price then. So value for price kind of thing, which AMD is kind of known for in terms of their GPUs, I feel like. So I think they know where they sit at. It's just, NVIDIA is like high quality, going to cost an arm and a leg kind of thing. But AMD is like, the value you're going to get out of this card is going to be pretty damn good. So they know where they sit.
Their like new big Navi cards are like big boy, It's supposed to be about as powerful as a 2080 or 2080 Ti. So I mean, I'm excited to see that. I don't think AMD's ever been like that close. Yeah, and then NVIDIA is just gonna rock it away.
AMD's always been that last generation behind, if that makes sense. But again, if you're getting that stuff at AMD prices, then your game will still look good. Doesn't it doesn't make
it'll look great.
Just because you throw something in there doesn't upgrade your own skills, kind of thing. So.
Yeah. And if you have a 2070 or a 2080 right now, there's really no reason to upgrade to these unless you want to have the biggest and best.
Are you trying to flex or what?
Games coming soon will not.
They're not going to utilize this.
They will not be able to utilize all of this. So, we're talking like a good couple years before all of this power is even close to utilized. Probably will be even longer than that.
Yeah. So, to kind of go full circle here. So obviously Xbox Series X, if it even leaks at the high price of $600, now you can see that you could either get a, console for $600, or you could spend the $1,400 two Xbox Series X's for, and then obviously you need
one
some
card.
change, for a GPU. So that's up to you guys. Obviously, that's your money. But yeah, all this Microsoft news, BlackBerry making a comeback. I guess it's not dead after all.
I'm surprised.
I know. Fitbit,
I'm sure you are too.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised we're still hearing about it or even doing a show about this one. Fitbit, again, same launch, different number, really, just with Google backing it. So we'll see how that goes. Netflix adding a shuffle button, so we're gonna see if we're actually truly feeling lucky. And the GPU, you're gonna, again, arm and a leg. Sorry, you're gonna have to cut off the other ones now if you spent it on the 2070 or 2080 Ti last year. So but yeah, other than that, you guys have been teched out for this week.
The internet's lagging.
Oh no, forgot to pay the bill.
Oh, there we go. All right, I guess you can just cut that out, or we can just leave this in. It might be funny.
Oh yeah, we'll leave it in, dude. It's welcome to technology, love or hate.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching our show. Like if you got some information that you enjoyed, or you just laughed at us, kind of just having a little bit of fun here. Subscribe down below. I believe it's below.
Right there.
Yeah. And, leave some comments. Let us know ways we can improve or things that you want to hear us cover. And, I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend.
Have a good one, guys.